What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Everyday Faith Podcast. Joining me today is a really, really good friend of mine. It's an honor to have you on this podcast.
It's an honor to be here, I'll tell you that.
Jarvis Koyate, man, part-time students minister,
Yep.
pilot,
Yeah.
gonna be a dad,
Gonna be.
NCAA championship in the video game.
I do. Got a couple of rings under my belt.
I might have just downloaded it.
Tyler, is that a leak?
That's a little bit of a leak right there. It was on sale for $10.
Okay, good to know. We'll talk offline.
Yeah, I'm excited. Virginia Tech has a new head coach right now.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like to hear.
But Jarvis, man, I'm so excited to have you on this podcast. I've got the privilege to live with you.
Yeah.
I've got the privilege to do students with you.
Yeah.
And man, just walk through life with you. How you doing?
Dude, doing great, Tyler. It's good to be here. I was thinking about because you're right, we were roommates at some point.
We were roommates. You wouldn't have known it though.
Wouldn't have known it. And the funny part is, I remember when you first moved into the apartment, right, I was looking for a roommate. And I felt horrible because once you're moving in, I was starting training with my other job. Mm-hmm. And I had to be in California for the first 4 weeks. And I got shipped off to wherever my first location is. Didn't see me for another week.
Nope.
Then I went and saw Hannah for another week. Yep. Didn't see me. So I don't think I saw you in my apartment until about 8 weeks in.
There was a moment, people would ask me, hey, how's it like living with Jarvis? I said, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, don't know who he is.
Tell you. And then you started to have a normal routine, and then you're like, hey, I'm getting married. You got to get out.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal at all, man. I appreciated it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I did have... I was going to say something. I'm not going to say that. But, man, you're about to be a dad.
About to be a dad.
Real close.
Yeah.
Real close. So a lot of our friends have some children now. It's
something
really
in the water
exciting.
down here, man.
Something in the water. All boys.
All boys.
It's like God knew we needed some good men in this life.
I mean, when I talk about the football team that's going to be happening in the next 5 years...
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be unbelievable.
It is wild to look at the friends in our circle and think the possibility of a girl.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be us. We, when my wife and I were pregnant, we would get people that come up to us like, hey, I think you're going to have a girl.
Yeah.
And all separate people, not related to each other. And we're convinced we're having a girl. I was a little terrified, but I got the result saying we're having a boy. I was like...
Continuing that bloodline.
Bloodline continues.
Man, just for those that don't know you, give me a hobby you like to do.
Yeah.
And let's talk about what it was like when you came to Christ. How old were you? What was the influence like? Well, let's go with that.
Yeah, so I'm a big basketball guy. Obviously a Boston Celtics fan. Yeah. So I grew up in Massachusetts, home sweet home, Springfield, Mass. Oh. AKA the birthplace of basketball. In case you're curious. Yep.
Smith and Wesson. Washington.
No, Springfield, Mass.
Okay.
All right, so I grew up there. I grew up in a single-parent home. Didn't really go to church much. We were invited to church when I was in the fourth grade, and we started going to this church, and it was great. I started meeting some nice people. People I was hanging out with weren't bad, but
yeah,
they weren't really the best influences.
Yeah, and
so got connected with them, and started going consistently Sunday mornings, and we went to a local mission trip, which is looking back at it is the most bizarre idea.
Yeah.
It was called work camp, but we were a bunch of middle schoolers and high schoolers, and we're building ramps for people. We're painting people's houses. We're doing actual manual labor.
Manual labor, almost like a Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, kind of like that.
And help build homes.
But for me, Tyler, as a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old,
should I be building this?
I shouldn't have this stuff in my hands. And I honestly don't trust an old person to be using the ramp that I'm using. You know?
Yeah.
Mean? It's a little scary, but on one of those nights, we had a worship night, and my small group leader was there. His name was Johnny, and he was just sharing the gospel in our group. Mm. And for me, growing up, I was like, well, hey, if I act like all these Christian friends that I have, I'm not getting in trouble, they're not getting in trouble, I'm doing the same things they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm talking like they are, I'm doing everything. Certainly I must be a Christian.
Yeah.
Right? And my small group leader, pretty much was telling everybody, he was like, hey, it's not by what you do that's going to save you.
Yeah.
Everything that you're doing, that's not going to save you. It's by, actually putting your faith in Christ, believing in the gospel. So that that convicted me.
I bet.
And I was like, all right, well, here we go on this night. So it's that Wednesday night. I put my faith in God.
I love that.
Yeah, it's fun times.
That's so amazing. That's so amazing. When you were speaking, I was thinking about like the funniest story I have with you.
Sure.
Or experience, I think I would say, is doing student camp with you. Student camp was a blast. It's something that we would do every year. But I'll never forget, it was one of the last nights, and we had a big group, and me and Jarvis were the leaders, and we're pretty tired at that point. Jarvis was a little more tired, though, because he was there for a week.
Yeah.
And I remember I was having a hard time with the questions. It was just, the air was dry.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to participate. And I remember one of the students is talking, and I'm texting Jarv. I'm like, hey, like, you want to jump in on this? And Jarv texted me like the gif of SpongeBob with a thumbs up, like, you got this, buddy.
Yeah. We're in our era of like, hey, well, Tyler's going to be like the official small group leader like after this summer. So like, you got to train up Tyler. And I was like, all right, Jake, well, if you say so, like, I'm going to train him up. I'm going to let him like lead the small group.
Yeah.
And they were asking you some tough questions, I think, at some point. I was like, please, like, hey,
I'm like,
if you really
staring
want
like,
to
bro,
jump in.
please help me.
It's like, no, Tyler, you got this. You are doing great. Keep it up. Here for support. So, killed it. Did great.
I love it. So, love the story. Now, today's Jarvis.
Yeah.
Grown a lot. I mean, you're gonna be a pilot. Well, you are a pilot.
Yeah.
Right. Small, but like you have your hours where like you're just waiting for the right opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, what does that look like? Why did you want to be a pilot?
It's a great question.
Was it like a long thing? Like, right? Like when I say that, like, have you always wanted to be a pilot?
I think so. For what am I, 27, I think? So I think probably for about like 21 of those years I've wanted to be a pilot.
Really?
So we used to travel a ton. My family would travel down North Carolina to visit like my aunts, my uncles, all that jazz.
Yeah.
And back then you could like go up into the cockpit like during the flight and like check everything out. Pilots,
so cool.
Pilots let you in. I think this was like pre 9/11, so like pilots let you in. Like
I was just like, can you do that now?
No.
I think some people let you do it now.
yeah, some will let you do it now. You could definitely do it like before the flight, but like during the
for
flight,
sure.
you got to like walk up. They give you some wings. I was like, all right, well, this is the coolest thing ever.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that hooked me. And then like growing up, I played a ton of Flight Simulator.
Really?
So like my mom would like buy me like this Flight Simulator, had like the yoke and everything,
Yep.
and like I'm playing on a computer, spending like hours just
Yeah.
looking at a computer screen, simulating like I'm flying an airplane.
Yeah.
So I don't do that now, like at all though. I can't stress that enough. Like I don't like still do that.
Really?
No, like
It's not fun.
No, like I don't do that. Like I just need you to know that for sure. So in case anyone asks, like I don't still do that. I don't still play that on my Xbox.
It's not downloaded. Flight Simulator's not downloaded.
No, definitely not downloaded. Definitely don't have 2024.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Now, you never wanted to be a rapper? Nothing like that?
Well, there was a time. There was a time my senior year where I was like,
Jarvis is famous in the family church community.
there is a time where like everybody back in like 2016 for some reason back home like wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
And the issue was like they weren't good.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, certainly anybody can do this. Like I need you guys to know that anybody can do this.
Yeah.
And so me and my best friend Devin, we hopped in the studio. He had like this old makeshift studio, and we made one song and like released it on SoundCloud. People loved it. Made like 2, 3, I think we made like 4 like that whole summer.
Yeah.
And it was all like literally just to show people like, hey, this is very easy to do. Like you guys aren't that good, and I wasn't good. And so I did that. Made a couple more in college. And now all these students now are like singing, rapping songs to Super Dark Chocolate.
You did it at a couple weddings?
Rapped at a couple weddings. Yeah. So yeah, fun times.
Gosh.
So here we are.
I remember my brother-in-law came up to me at my wedding and was like, did he really write this?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, man, he did.
Yeah, it's an honor.
What's harder, being a pilot or leading a small group for students?
It's a great question. Now, on the outside looking in, certainly you would probably think leading students.
You would imagine so.
You would imagine, but actually, I feel like flying an airplane is somewhat easier.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
it's probably like riding a bike for you.
It's like riding a bike for me, and like in a weird roundabout way, it's kind of like driving a car.
Auto flight.
Like you
Autopilot.
got autopilot, right? You got checklists, kind of tells you everything like what you need to do.
Hey, real quick, like
Yeah.
when you do a flight and do you use autopilot? You personally?
Oh yeah,
What are you doing up there?
every time.
Like, do you have Wi-Fi?
Some of our planes have Wi-Fi. It depends how long the flight is, right? So you get up there. obviously you have a bunch of checklists you're going through.
Yeah,
so.
I would imagine. But do you, maybe you got an awkward co-pilot. You're like, I don't know if I want to talk with this guy.
Yeah, so that's why like pilot interviews are so important.
Yeah.
So when you're interviewing as a pilot, you're not really like, obviously a lot of it's like the technical part, like gotta know how the airplane works.
Yeah.
But really what interviewers are looking for is like, hey, is this someone I want to sit in the cockpit with for like the next 4 hours? Right? And so like, hey, every now and then like some just boring, just like quiet, like guy just you're sitting next to you, and
Yeah.
you know, the first day you make conversation like, hey, where are you from? Where'd you do your training? But like day 2, I know all those answers. So like,
So you're like not even talking, like you're just on your phones, almost like you're on a lunch break.
so for me, I have to like listen to music. So like I have music going like at all times. Like I have a podcast going. So I'm usually listening to that, listening to ATC. So
I got you. So you're saying students is harder,
students is way harder.
way harder than flight.
They got emotions, right? Like, I mean, like you're like helping them like figure out like their like eternity,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
And so, but it's so much fun. Like I love being a student minister, and like I love when like being a small group, like back when we were small group leaders, like just helping students go from like some of them like not having a relationship with God at all to like actually having like faith in Jesus.
Yeah.
Watching them like read the Bible for the first time. Like I think that's so much more rewarding than like landing on the Tony Knot cross one.
Yeah.
Though that is pretty cool. I do love those moments. But I think it's way more rewarding.
I got to get in that plane with you one day.
Oh, come on in.
I got to get in there one day with you.
It's great.
Would you like to shout out your podcast? Because you guys have a podcast now for students.
Yeah. So our family church student team, we came out with a podcast. It's called Hot Takes and Holy Things.
Holy things. I like
And
it.
so I'm a co-host with it. My good friend Jake Kimbrell, Cole Bearden, who are in our student ministry, they co-host with it. And so it's really where we just get to dive into just conversations that our students are having that they're asking questions about. And it's cool because it's a podcast for students, and like some of it is like by students as well. And so all of our students from across our network, they have a chance to kind of to help out and kind of be a part of this podcast. So it's been really cool. And I've never made a podcast a day in my life. And so at first it's weird just talking to like the three of us.
It is.
And like knowing that on the other end, there's going to be people listening to it.
It starts to become like secondhand nature.
Yeah. So I shout out to you. The second we made our first one, we're like, I don't know how Tyler does it. Like he's got this one, he's got this podcast, he's got a sports one, he's got this one. And
Sports one, yeah.
so it's crazy. So I respect what you do. Podcasts, it's not as easy as people think.
It's not. I think one of my spiritual gifts is getting to talk with people and hear their story.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for the conversation that we're about to have about community, what that looks like young adults, right? So, for instance, like for you, right, pilot, a husband, about to be a father, life gets busy, right? So how are you, Jarvis, staying connected with people?
Yeah. No, it can be really difficult.
Yeah.
And like
Ken?
I think it's just as difficult for a single person and like just as difficult for like a married person. And so like I think as you get busy in life, like especially as young adults, you get busy, you're starting to like find your rhythm, you're getting into work, right? You're working all these crazy hours, and like especially like you have a kid, like we're about to have a kid, everything just gets busy.
It's hard, man.
And so like sometimes like our busyness can lead us to this place of like isolation sometimes. And so what tends to happen is as we get more busy, we kind of get more separated because now like we're not being as intentional.
Yeah. You got to put some work in.
Got to put some work in, right? Think about like our lives growing up until now.
Yeah.
Right? We always had some sort of like, not like forced community,
Yeah.
but like we always had community provided to us,
Yeah.
right? In schools, on your sports teams,
Yep.
right?
Holiday beat ups.
Holiday,
cousins, aunts,
everything,
uncles.
cousins, all that stuff. Like even for us, right? We used to serve on students together.
Yeah.
And so like we had that intentional Wednesday night, like we always saw each other.
Yeah.
But like as life gets busy, like if you're not intentional with that time, like
Yeah.
you'll just slowly but surely just start to drift off. And
Yeah.
so I see that a ton.
It's important too, and we'll dive into that. But like for me, like a struggle that I like sometimes I feel like a bad friend. Where I come home, you know, I got a 40-minute drive home. I'll see my son for an hour and a half, and then it's bedtime.
Yeah.
Maybe I have an hour with my wife. I'm tired. It's 8:00. I'm ready to go to bed.
It's my bedtime too.
It's really hard where you have to like really lean in and prioritize. Like I want this, right? And so like I wanted to read this because I thought it was really nice. I Googled, what does the Bible say about community, right? And it says the Bible presents community as essential, not optional for believers, portraying it as supportive, love embodied that fosters spiritual growth, accountability, and unity. And I just feel like growing up, I was always that person that, like you would have those people that say you're with a believer friend.
Yeah.
And you go and you're at work and there's a non-believer and your buddy's like, hey, you should come to church. You should definitely go to church. I was always that guy that was like, he doesn't have to go to church.
Yeah.
Like his church can be at home. Like
Right.
really, it's okay.
Yeah.
And something definitely changed when I came down to Florida and like I got connected in a family church. And when you are surrounded by real brothers and sisters of Christ who genuinely care about you
Yeah.
and want to pour into your life and put you in check, like it's almost like your eyes are open. You're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like this is why the Bible talks about it. This is why it's so important.
Yeah.
Because in isolation, like I could feel alone. I could feel depressed. I could feel like I'm not a good friend, not a good husband. I'm able to bring things to light and people can not judge me, but put me in check. Like, hey, here's how you should do this.
Yeah.
Like really give me some good wisdom.
Yeah, I think that's super important too, because I think sometimes we live in a world where people are like, hey, my relationship with God is between me and God.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only two people I need. Like, I don't need the church, right? I don't need all these people telling me what to do because, like, God tells me what to do, and it's just between, like, me and him.
Yeah.
But, like you're saying, man, the Bible says it's so important to be in those communities, right? Hebrews 10 talks about, like, stirring each other up, right? And so, like, the idea of, like, encouraging each other and pulling each other up and lifting them up, and it's all super, super important. So that's a really good point.
It is super. Why do you think when people hear the word community, like what do you think people get wrong about it, right? Like they hear community and they're just like, well, I don't need that. Like what do people get wrong about community that they're missing?
Yeah, I think there's an aspect of, like, I don't need it, and then I also think there's just this misinterpretation of, like, what a community is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Especially like a biblical, like, community. And so I think sometimes we can get it confused where we just want to go to the people who are going to affirm us, or go to people who, like, aren't going to really question us, like, who aren't going to, like you said, like, keep us in check, kind of hold us accountable. And so, like, we kind of run to the people and we try to build community with people who aren't necessarily, like, helping you out spiritually, who want to help you grow spiritually.
Yeah.
And so I think we get that sometimes wrong. And so I think we have to shift our mind a little bit to what that new biblical community looks like.
What does that look like, Jarvis?
Yeah, so I think it looks like that definition that you gave earlier is huge. Like, I think having a group of people that, one, is, like, consistent.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's super tough to, like, be in this community or, like, get to know people if you only see them once a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a group of people who also, like, keep you accountable. I think sometimes in, like, our small groups, like, it's easy to, like, put on the mask or, like, put on the performance of, like, knowing everything. Like, hey, let me give the right answer. Like, I know this. I grew up in church. But then, like, if you don't have anyone in your circle or in that community that's holding you accountable, you're kind of still in a roundabout way, like, doing life on your own.
Yeah. What's the saying? It's like, walk with the wise, you'll become wise.
Yeah.
Walk with fools, you'll become fools.
Yeah, right.
There, something like that, right? There's just, like, if I could give advice to a young adult, like, it's like, man, get connected. Like, it's easy to, like, be known. Like, you want to be known. Don't just put yourself out there just to say I'm out there. Like, dive in, be known, have men and women in your life that, like, man, if you're going through something, they're there to pray for you.
Yeah.
If you need something, they're there for you. Like, we have good friends in our lives.
Great.
And I think, like, what I'm trying to do more of as a friend is, I was talking with Lakin the one day. I said, I don't want to just be that friend that just says, like, once a month, like, hey, how can I pray for you?
Yeah.
Like, if we really are Christian brothers, like, I should be texting you once a week. Hey, how's your walk with God going?
Mm-hmm.
How's being a husband for you? How can I pray for you? Like, where are you struggling?
Yeah.
Like, if we are really friends, like, I should be like, hey, I'm struggling with this, man. Like, keep me in check.
Yes.
And that's what's important for some people, for everybody to have in their life.
Absolutely. And I think you can have those people. It's important too. Like, you're not going to have, like, 40 of those people.
No.
Impossible.
Yeah.
But I think having a solid, like, I don't know, 5 group of, like, men and women to where, like, you can have those deeper conversations with.
Yep.
I think one thing, Tyler, that you encouraged me, kind of like when we first started meeting, we first started hanging out, is like you always like you went a layer deeper. Like you never really settled for the like I would tell you, hey, I'm just doing good.
Yeah.
And then you would always take it a little bit deeper. And it made me a little uncomfortable because I don't like talking about that stuff.
I appreciate that.
But no, you always did great, right? You always encouraged us, and you always turned it into like some sort of gospel conversation or like a godly conversation, which I think a lot of us like don't have a lot of the times.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's the risk, right? Like, why do us, right, as adults, but also young adults, like we're young adults, why are we so scared to be known to friends, share our sins, share the struggles we have, share our life, like go deeper?
Yeah.
Right? Because there's a lot of people that just want a surface level friendship.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to be your friend. I like to have a contact group chat.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll show up once a week, go wherever. What's the risk? What stops people from diving deeper? Especially men. Men have a hard time at getting deep with each other.
100%. And I just want to say I am the guiltiest.
Yeah.
Right? I'm the
Your
king.
marriage pulls that out of you.
Yeah, yeah. I am the king of surface level. I will shoot the breeze with you and not take it deeper at all. So I'm the king of that. That's something like I'm actively like growing and working on.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because we actually talked about this like in our first episode in our podcast. We were talking about the difference between a convenient friend and like a real friend.
Yeah.
And like the idea of having a convenient friendship.
Yeah.
And so like a convenient friendship is like we were talking about earlier, right? Someone who kind of just affirms everything you do, right? They're never going to question you.
Yep. They're not
right?
going to challenge you.
They're not going to challenge you, right? They're not going to go against the grain, and they're super easy. And if you lost, like if you like for some reason like didn't become friends with this convenient friend, you can go out and get another convenient friend, right? Because it doesn't mean much, right?
Yeah, it doesn't mean much.
And so like, but then you have your real friends, right? Your friends that you go deeper with,
Mm-hmm.
your friends who aren't afraid to call you out, who aren't afraid to have those tough conversations. And I think the reason why we're afraid to do it is because it would mean we have to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And especially as like young men, like we're not really into the whole tapping into our emotions and
it's uncomfortable. It's embarrassing.
It's uncomfortable. It's embarrassing. Like, because if what's really happening is when you're putting on that mask, you're really just controlling what the other person thinks of you.
Yeah.
And so when I put on this mask of like, hey, I got it all together. My marriage is great. My job is great.
Yeah.
The only thing that person knows is my marriage is great and my job is great.
Yep.
Because we've convinced them to think that way.
Yep.
But now when we're vulnerable and we're telling them, hey, what's really going on, we no longer have control of what they think. Right now, they're actually thinking what's really going on.
Yeah.
So I think that's a little scary.
Yeah,
I know it is for me.
I like that because there's a saying. It's like, why are you trying to seek the approval of men? The same men that killed our God that came down to this earth. And it's just like, man, like if you are able to be vulnerable, like back when we were living together, like having good conversations about stuff, man, it just sheds light for you to pour into me and share some experience. Sometimes I've heard some from wise men before say, sometimes you'll go through some hard experiences, man, because then you'll be able to pour some wisdom in others who have to go through it. Then they're not going through it alone. Like you're there to walk through them with it. That's really good. But do you think social media nowadays ruins us from having a good community? Like it's like you look around all these houses here, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't talk
Beautiful
to
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it. I don't talk to any of them.
Sure. That's fair.
But I feel like we live in a day and age now where with social media and our phones and all kinds of stuff, like it's not normal just to go up to someone and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah.
You're like, who's this guy?
It's actually more normal for you to like DM that person.
Isn't that wild? Like how this a little deeper, right?
Yeah.
If I was in high school right now, it's weird if I would just walk up to a girl and be like, hey, can I get your number?
Yeah.
She'd be like, you're a creep.
Yeah.
But if you snap them,
if you DM them the same exact question,
yeah, here's my number.
isn't that so wild?
Crazy times.
That's the world we're living in, man. It's
Do you wish you grew up that way?
Oh no, I didn't. Honestly, I grew up partially like in that, like.
I guess I did too. That's fair.
Like when I first met Hannah, like my wife, like I like shot her a text message first because she lived in South Carolina and I lived here in Florida.
You had nothing to lose. It's just a text message.
Nothing to lose. So I shoot my shot in this text message and she replied.
Yeah.
But like I had no fear of rejection because like if she rejected me, who cares?
Yeah.
How you doing? Keep it moving. Know what I mean?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the social media game, like, I think part of it, like, obviously there's parts of it where it's good. And then, like, I think in this whole building community place is, like, I think there are times where it can sometimes hinders how we communicate with people.
Absolutely, man.
So like I got students now like in our student ministry where like they can post all these different things on Instagram and all this stuff, and they post a ton. And you would think they're the most extroverted person, and the way they perceive themselves on social media is like, man, okay, this person's extroverted, they're a people person, taking photos with their friend group. But then if you talk to them, like they can't hold a conversation.
It's insane.
So
it's hurting our brains and our social skills just to be able to walk up to somebody. I mean, you think about this, right? Like I did it the other day, and I'm ashamed of it. I had to go into my work's office, and I never go in my work's office. I'm out in the field. And they were doing an Easter egg hunt in the office. It was awkward. I walked into it. I'm like, they're like, here, come. Nah, I'm okay.
Come on, you could have got some eggs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And the first thing I do is pull up my phone, not necessarily have anything to do on it. I'm dying to see if someone texted me, if I can check Twitter for some sports updates. But like, that's what we do. Like if I didn't know you and we were at a public gathering, hey, how you doing? I'm good. What do you do? I'm a pilot. All right, cool. Pull my phone out. Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like I'm guilty. Like that's like someone like you is my biggest fear. Like if I'm standing in line at the grocery store and I'm just waiting to just, pay for my food, if someone behind me goes, hey, like, how's everything going? My worst fear is having that conversation.
I'm not like that in public. I wish I was.
Oh, good for you, man. I wish I.
But like if we're say we go to a party for an engagement or something, and I know maybe one or two people, I'll probably force myself to have some conversations with people because I hate awkward silence.
Good for you, man. I live in the silence. Good for you, man. I personally like show up like 15 minutes late to a function because that's less time I have to force conversation.
Yeah.
But I should be better at that. I should the right Christian thing for me to do is easily just make those conversations and like get to know people.
Yeah. I'm just trying to live more and more like Jesus every day.
Come on.
I'm trying, man.
Praise be to He.
Now earlier you talked about isolation.
Yeah.
Why is isolation such a bad thing for us spiritually? To someone who is listening and they feel pretty comfortable in isolation. I don't really need a lot of friends. I'm pretty comfortable at home. I got Minecraft. I got my Xbox. I got my family.
Yeah.
What more could I need?
Yeah. T-Clan, I think we saw what happens when you're in isolation during COVID.
Yeah.
Like it was like just 6 years ago, right? It was all starting to pop off. And like we saw like people literally being in isolation. Like they couldn't leave their house.
I hated it.
Oh, it was the worst. Couldn't leave. Well, I kind of liked that at some points.
Xbox.
Kind of had an excuse to play Xbox a little bit. But couldn't leave the house. Like you couldn't really interact with people unless like they were in your actual household. And so like it was maybe in the beginning it was kind of nice because like, oh man, I got off of work.
Yeah.
Play a little bit of Xbox, spend time with family, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But over time, like you kind of get more and more lonely, right? And then when you're in isolation, it's really just you and your thoughts.
It's a bad place to be.
Bad place to be.
Because you start to wonder what voice you're listening to.
Right. And which voice is actually correct. And you have no one in your life that's like physically there with you to like tell you what's actually correct and what's actually like the voice of God. And so I think it's a dangerous place for sure.
You think too, like when Jesus sent his disciples out, anytime, it was always in twos.
Yeah.
It was never a one person thing, right? And I'm very much a believer of like the spiritual realm is very real. Yeah. And I just think that like when you're in isolation like that, you are given a foothold to the enemy. Yeah. To play some crazy thoughts in your brain. And it's just lonely, man. What community, amazing thing. That's what we're talking about right here. What has it done personally for you in your walk with Christ?
Yeah. I think it's helped me personally, and then it's been cool to see it help my marriage. So I'll talk about me personally first. I think, so I came down here, South Florida, like didn't know anybody. Yeah. Like I knew Pastor Derek, who was a pastor that pretty much invited me down here. And then after that, like I just had to meet everyone. Yeah. And so it's been cool. I think community for me has given me this tool to where if I'm ever in need, like I have someone I can reach out to.
Like real friends.
Yeah. If I need someone, like if I have something to celebrate, I just got a new job or I'm about to have a baby. Yeah. Like I have somebody to celebrate with.
Heck yeah.
If I'm going through loss, right, I have someone to grieve with.
Yeah.
Right. And all that's because like I'm in community. Right. I can theoretically celebrate on my own. Can theoretically like grieve on my own. But I feel like it's now
Where's
like
the fun in that?
yeah, no fun in that, right? And it's so much more effective like when you have groups of people to do that with.
Yeah.
And so that was one thing, Tyler, like was super cool. I think you're definitely a guy who like fosters like that community.
I appreciate
Like
that.
you're the guy who's like in our group chat, like you're the one who's like initiating like a move for us to do, like what plans like we're gonna do, like hey,
Let's go to the range.
let's go to the range, right? Knowing I can't hit a golf ball, but hey, it's not because I shank about 1,000 golf balls at the range, like it's because like in the middle of me like loading up another golf ball, like we're chatting about our marriages.
Yeah.
We're catching up with each other. We're seeing how we're doing spiritually, and even like for my marriage, like it's cool to be in community with other like married couples.
Yeah.
Like
really
having
is.
like I think there's like a span where like all of us just got married like at the same time.
Like boom, 1 month, boom, 1 month, boom, 1 month.
It
We're
was
all
like
married.
we all just like every month like on my calendar, it's like all right, what wedding are we going to? So like
Yeah. My work, I think, was getting suspicious of
100%. Like I promise, like everyone's just getting married, right?
Yeah.
Went to yours and Cole and Macy's and Matt and Lindsay's and like everyone was just getting married, and so it's cool like being that season where like everyone's in that because now you have that group of people to walk with.
Yeah, we're all walking through
Yeah.
together. And
And
now
same-
we're all working through fatherhood.
Of course, now we're about to walk the fatherhood. Even like as a single young adult, like when I was in like that young adult group where we're all kind of in the same phase of life, like we're all going through the same thing together, and so like that's affected me. It's affected my marriage, and it's so good, super important.
It's super important. My story is very similar to yours, where I followed Lakin down here and knew nobody.
Yeah.
And she was doing double internship. I was working, so I was alone, man. And it was really hard for me to figure out how to find a community because I didn't know where to look. And I mean, I appreciate you, Jake, and Josh. I mean, you guys were the first guys that really invited me to something. Hey, let's hang out. We're gonna hang out.
We're a little nervous in the beginning, I'll be honest. We're like, oh man, I don't know about this Tyler guy, kind of.
But like, I'm beyond thankful for it because I was able to find real community that led me to other friends too. And like you said, we're all doing different walks of life. Like I think I've gotten to the point with all of our community that we're not like we're friends,
100%.
and now we're family.
Yeah.
Like you're an uncle to my son, just like Jake, Josh, like all these people that are in our lives, like we're family now. Like
100%.
like these are our kids are gonna be raised together, and it's such an important thing. And that's what's so special about community is like it becomes more than a friendship at one point. It becomes a family.
Yeah.
And that's really good.
I love that.
Okay, moving on. How do you balance pouring into your marriage while balancing work? We might have discussed a little bit of this, but like just on a deeper level, like, and then also you have students.
Yeah.
And now also your friendships. Like that's something that I'm struggling with, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm learning how to prioritize.
Yeah.
And it's not easy, man.
It's
like
very
I said
hard.
earlier, like I said, like sometimes I feel like a bad friend because I just don't know. Like when I finally feel like I have a date to hang out with my wife, I'm like, dang, this friend wants to hang out.
Yeah.
And I so desperately want to say no. And it's not even because I don't want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
It's I'm tired. I haven't seen my wife for more than an hour.
Yeah.
I miss her.
Yeah.
She's my best friend.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It is very hard. I think that was like one thing I underestimated, like how hard it would be. And so like theoretically, like your marriage obviously is like your highest, like it's your first ministry, right? It's your highest priority, right? That's your spouse. And so I know for me, that's one thing I struggle with, especially like being in ministry. Anyone who's in ministry kind of knows that ministry can easily, even though I do it part-time, like there are weeks where like I work it full-time.
Yeah.
If
I
not
bet.
more.
I bet.
And like there are times where it feels like Hannah kind of gets the back burner a little bit. And so like it's super difficult sometimes, even in like aviation.
I saw that firsthand with Lakin.
Yeah. Even like in aviation, like you're working a ton and you have all these days and
Flying to the Bahamas.
exactly flying to the Bahamas, taking fun people over. But like you kind of have to reprioritize. You have to kind of figure out, hey, what is the most important thing in my life right now?
Yeah.
And so like obviously it's my relationship with God,
Yeah.
right? That's a non-negotiable, and that kind of what happens with my relationship with God kind of trickles down to every other area of my life. And so next up is my marriage, right? And so that's like the most important relationship I can have.
Yeah.
And so like if my marriage isn't going well, I can pinky promise you everything else in life ain't going well either.
And I shouldn't be able to get mad at you as your friend. Like if we were to hang out and you're like, hey, I haven't spent time with my wife.
Yeah.
Like I can't be like, Jarv, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, you got the ball and chain around. Like,
Exactly.
I hate that.
Oh, my.
Like, bro, that's my best friend.
Like, I'm trying to, like, I got guys text me, like, hey, let's play video games. Let's, hop on. Let's play college football. Like, hey, let me spend time with my wife.
Yeah.
Like, let me spend time with my family. And
let me get my cuddles in.
Right? So, I think that's super important. And so, like, if those two are good, which you're never going to be perfect, but you're going to do your best to recover and pursue God's design, as we say at Family Church.
Absolutely. Faith, family, friends.
Exactly. So then you got your jobs, right?
Faith, family, football.
Yeah, faith, family, football, baby.
Because when NFL comes back on, it's...
Now, Sundays are a different story. So,
Sundays are a different story.
So Sundays between about 1 and about 10 p.m. is going to be...
It's tough loss for the
things are going to get rearranged a little bit, but...
I always think about when Jake preached one time at Sherbrooke, and he used this analogy of... I don't know if he had a bull on stage or if he talked about it, and like maybe it was actually students. He put like all this crap in a phone, crayons, whatever he could like really stack in there.
Sure.
And he's like, this is your life, and this is how crowded and busy it gets. Now, where's God in this? And I really think that that's just like where you have to start, number one, right? Like your wife is important, your friends are important, but like number one, where am I prioritizing God? Because if my relationship with God isn't good, number one, my relation with my wife isn't going to be good. And how am I going to also be able to have a good relation with my friends?
Yeah.
So like if I can get my relationship with God correct, and then okay, now I have a son and my wife, let me give them time, and then all right, let me make some sacrifices now. Where like let me go hang out with my friends.
So picture yourself as a single young adult. What does that look like for a single young adult necessarily who might have more time? Like what does that look like?
Man, you really need start with your phone. Look at the setting that says how long you're using your phone and what apps you're using.
Oof, it's a convicting setting.
Social media, man, we're just so addicted to it. We're scrolling constantly. Like, where is your time where, like, you could put your phone away for, man, you could even start 5 minutes. If you can't give God 5 minutes, then what are we doing in life? You could be reading your Bible. You could be meeting with a pastor for coffee.
Yes.
And then, like, for instance, Family Church, Wednesday nights. What are you doing on a Wednesday night? You could sacrifice some time and go get some communion with young adults that possibly go to your school, or they don't go to your school, and now you're diving in deeper relationships. I just think there's some stuff like that. Like even if you're still living with your parents, most of us are. Yeah. In today's world, have a Bible study with your parents, and if they're not Christians, get them going to church. Yeah. I just think there's different sacrifices. Video games are so fun.
I love them.
Yeah, they're so good. But like, if God is willing to sacrifice his life on a cross for you, you can sacrifice some things in your life.
Starting with that
Xbox. It's just, if I'm a young adult, man, I'm looking at, let me get involved. Like, I need to find my community. I need to find some real friends and not some surface level friends that don't necessarily care about me. Yeah. Who are you sharing your opinions with, your goals with? Because, like, the people at school and work, they might not really care about that.
Yeah. Am I plugged into a good neighborhood church? A good Bible-based neighborhood church.
There's plenty of them down here.
There's
plenty of them down here. Last question I have for you, Jarv, is if someone feels like they don't have community right now, what's step one? And at the end of the day, why does it matter? Why does community actually matter for them to start today?
Okay, so earlier when I said neighborhood church, I'm actually going to apply that to this answer right here.
I love it.
That's a great start.
Think of this question.
Yeah. So that's a great start. Check in with like your neighborhood church. So like, I know everybody listening right now like isn't from South Florida, but like, I'm sure there is a good Bible preaching, like neighborhood church that's in your area.
Just Google local church.
Google local church. Now some questionable ones will pop up, so do a little bit of a homework.
Yeah.
But I think that's super important. I think the church, if it's healthy and it's doing what it's supposed to do, I think will naturally foster some sort of like community within inside of it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a great start. And then like outside of church, like maybe join like a league. Join the bowling league.
Oh.
Join a softball league or
join a pottery class.
Get in a Facebook group. I know you're talking about social media, but like I'm sure like there's a ton of great Facebook groups where like people actually meet in person, but you know what I mean? So like there's like little things like that where like you can get yourself into something.
Absolutely. There's plenty of things.
So I think little things like that are super helpful. And then you'll kind of realize, all right, now that you have that group, now it's like, what am I doing with this group?
Yeah.
Am I meeting with this group just so like I can feel good about myself? Or like, am I trying to actually like grow deeper in my faith? Or like, am I trying to like actually get to know these people?
Yeah.
Because I think that's super important too. So like once you have them, all right, let's do something with it now. Let's get to know them. Let's grow a little bit. Let's go a little bit deeper, huh?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'd say don't be afraid. Like we read earlier, the Bible just says it's essential for community. Don't be afraid to shed a layer and get a little deeper. Really, really be able to find some good friends on your sports team. See, there's some good Christian friends you can become friends with. It's okay to be the misfit, Jarv. It's okay to be the misfit. I wrote down something I wanted to share. It says, are we avoiding community because it's hard or because it exposes things that we'd rather keep hidden? And I love that because the Bible says that we should shed light on those things. And I think one thing that we need that's great about community too is our friends aren't judging us. Like Paul says, like as Christians, man, like brothers and sisters, like we're gonna put each other in check.
Yeah.
And so don't be afraid to keep things hidden.
Absolutely.
What's the worst that happens? If they're your real friend,
yeah,
they're gonna show the grace of God with you. They're gonna show some love with you.
Or it's gonna be like
A little awkwardness, maybe.
Realistically, it's gonna be a little awkward. There might be some like consequences, like depending on how big, like or whatever it was. But I think like the freedom that happens, you know, the Bible also talks about like obviously we should repent our sins to God, but like there's also something powerful about, you know, repenting to or another believer, or someone that you're close with. And so I think that's really important as well.
I love that. Well, Jarv, I appreciate you in my life. I appreciate that you'll be in my life for my son too, and my wife and Hannah. I'm excited for you guys to. Can I say the name?
You can say the name.
Jalen.
Little Jalen.
Jalen
Lamar Koyate.
I love this story.
Athlete. Yeah.
That sounds like it's going to be an athlete.
Yeah, he's going D1.
Like fantasy football, round 1, pick 1.
Yeah. So start with the name, and then all the skills will come later.
But I appreciate you in my life, and I'm grateful that I've got to see your journey a little bit. And I thank you for coming on the podcast.
Tyler, it's an honor for having me, man. It's great. Obviously, you coming down here. I remember the first day, like you came down here, and it's cool to see you connect with so many different people.
Yeah.
Like I can tell that just by like having the amount of guests or different types of guests that you've had on the podcast already shows like how well you are connecting with people and like aren't afraid to go deeper. It's not something I really look up to. So
I appreciate that. You want to shout out your podcast one more time? I'll put the link in the description.
So Hot Takes and Holy Things, wherever you listen to your podcast, check it out. It's a great podcast. Don't care if you're a student, could be a young adult, could be a parent, but it's a great podcast. Highly recommend it. So it'll be great.
Well, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next episode.